You had me that one time, but couldn't pull it off.
That was close.
All right. Hello, everybody. Today we're doing a Hussar and a Viking walk into a tavern or a bar or something.
Yeah, tavern.
If this gets kind of popular at the SA, we'll see how this goes, and we'll do some more. Maybe not in such a serious note.
Maybe we'll be more drunk next time. I'm only 2 beers in. So.
Adult beverages are being partaken, so FYI. Some language might be slipping through. Sorry for our filters, but my name's Joe Dolans. But I don't really have a name in the SA in America that you guys would know. I did have a name back in Hungary and Europe that I did mostly hound around most of the time. That's Laszlo Astuk. And this is my friend here, Jeremy.
Hi.
I'm
a local to Rapid City Scadian. Don't really have an SCA name. I've been in the SCA for about 2 years. I am an SCA vendor. I make and sell things. All the things.
all of them.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the SCA, big fan of everything that we do, big fan of getting dressed up like a Viking and getting drunk off my ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be hanging out and talking, and hope you guys enjoy our conversation.
So today's topic, our first topic, is a big one. It's kind of a heavy one, honestly. It's something that we've all been dealing with. The great plague that's been affecting us, right? How it affects us personally and how it affects your friends. We're looking at the personal aspect and the toll that's been taken on us and what we think. Their suggestions. It's not telling people what to do, but what we think is probably the best way of going about it nowadays.
Some of the ways that we have found to help it.
Right.
I mean, we're not in your shoes and you're not in our shoes, but any tips you can get might help.
Exactly. So once we're done with this video, please comment, give us some advice, give us some tips, what you guys have been doing. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say. We're going to get right into this stuff like that. So we're going to start off with the first topic of what we face today, what each of us may be facing. And we're going to start from our personal aspect, from ourselves, right? We're going to look at me and Jeremy's perspective so far, and then we're going to probably generalize it and look at more stuff.
Yeah, more broad picture type stuff.
So, you want to take it off?
I've been dealing with a whole lot of issues. Depression, anxiety, lack of focus. Events are really my only chance to relax and let loose and, just be me. And without events, it's been bottling up for quite some time, and I'm not a fan. The depression has been getting really bad lately. We are finally starting to get some dates announced for some events, and they're not anywhere near close enough.
No.
It's like the light is at the end of the tunnel, but God, that end of that tunnel was a long ways away.
Right. I'm kind of the same way with the events and stuff like that. I went from, Europe having Renaissance festivals, even in the wintertime, all year round, every week. And my last year in Europe, I spent during the plague. So my entire last moments in Europe, which I loved Europe, went from enjoying all those things to going being able to do nothing, enjoying nothing. My last time there was spent sitting in my house waiting for the whole plague to blow over. Obviously, it never did. Here I am now in America, in Rapid City, here with Jeremy, and I'm still waiting for.
Waiting for it to blow over?
Waiting for it to blow over and my fix to come in, right? My ship to sail, but it's not here yet.
Yeah.
So,
I got to touch on other SCA vendors real quick. They're dealing with this a lot. Like, they're getting hammered a lot harder than we are. We have structured our business that everybody involved still has their own full-time job. We just take time off to go to events. For a lot of vendors, events are their only option. Like, that's their only income. And we're over here, we're struggling, we're depressed, we're not getting the release that we need, but we're surviving. And a lot of vendors don't know where their next meal is coming from. And I'm grateful for where we're at, but on the other hand, it still sucks, and it sucks for everybody. It's been a real rough year.
It's I could say that for a lot of people outside of just SEA in general, people's with jobs and stuff like that being stretched and being thinned out thanks to COVID or not enough business and people getting laid off. So I could see that it hasn't affected me yet, but I know personally people that are being affected by it daily.
Yeah.
And that is something serious that everybody faces. There's all the risk and stuff like that we also involve ourselves with, right? So the kind of idea about it, we were just talking about that. Well, a little bit myself too. I'm also, other than the whole coming from Europe and stuff like that, the whole COVID stuff has kind of stressed me out for job position, moving and stuff like that. Nothing was clear. Nothing was really organized for myself. A lot of my stuff, SCA or not, has disappeared thanks to COVID and shipments, and it's just been a stressful time for me. I haven't been able to really hang out and go and make friends here in America since I've been back, and well, that kind of sucks. So for me, I get a lot of the stress and anxiety and kind of the loneliness. The loneliness
is a big one,
right? That a lot of people are feeling.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to what me and Jeremy have done to so far look at it, like find a way to get around it,
to try to help.
Try
Not
to help.
fix, but to help.
We can't offer the fix. There's no miracle cure-all device that we've gone and found, but we found the best possible
for us
solution. We're gonna try to get it pretty general too, so we can give you all some advice, some tips. Essentially, you don't have to take it. If you guys are doing something that's working for you, don't continue. If it's working for you, do it, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, what works for us might be worth a shot. It might sound stupid, but it might work.
Right. You want to start it off, or I'll take it?
Well, one of the problems that I've been dealing with is loneliness, and one of the solutions that I've found is, getting over myself and realizing that, Joe's probably lonely too, and me reaching out is not, me asking for a friend. That's me offering friendship too.
Right.
It goes both ways, because if I'm lonely, Joe is too.
Relationships are a two-way street.
Let's hang out. Let's both fix our loneliness. Even if you're too manly to admit that you're lonely, I'm lonely as hell. So let's hang out and
do silly things like this that we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Right.
May as well get dressed up and make a YouTube video.
Right. It's been, what is it? How long? It's been two-ish years almost now since I've dressed up. It's been 2.5 years since I've been riding equestrian in my armor.
He tried to ride me like a horse the other day. It did not work.
Yeah,
My back is still sore.
His back.
So don't try that. That's not a good fix.
Relationships are key during this time to curing a lot of depression and a lot of loneliness. It doesn't cure all the depression. It doesn't cure all the loneliness, but maintaining relationships and building new relationships or fostering relationships that you might have not been fostering for a while now it's pretty key.
Right.
Pretty key nowadays.
And one of the big advantages that this whole COVID crap has brought out is now everybody knows how to video call.
Right.
I mean, even if we can't, if you lived in Arizona and I lived up here, we can still
video call. Just like this message will get to you. I mean, you guys can do that the same with each other.
Yeah. All your old SCA friends that you met at an event a year ago that you added on Facebook and you never really talked to, just
reach out.
Click video call. Like, hey, let's hang out.
I've taken to actually video games. I used to not be really into video games, but video games, I'd be sitting there on certain Discord or Steam and just chatting away and having a good time and just sharing some fun, right?
I love that little bit of human connection goes a long ways.
Right. I love that medieval stuff, obviously. So I mean, I play medieval games together with my friends that I met in Europe and stuff like that all the time still. So
Call of Duty is not medieval.
Call of Duty horse style.
Yeah.
The Battlefield had actual cavalry, right?
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Just keeping in touch, and every little bit helps.
This is bringing us into the last portion of this, right? So we were talking about your methods of getting over loneliness and depression. Our thoughts on this as well is that because you're not doing well too, realize this, or we might not be doing the best that we could. Realize that other people aren't doing so well too, and maybe they haven't gotten the message that maybe they should be getting out, or maybe they haven't found that answer yet.
Yeah.
You reaching out to your friends or your acquaintances, as we were talking before, might make all the difference for them.
Yeah.
It might break the monotony and the loneliness that everybody may be feeling.
We seem to have really good timing with contacting each other.
Right.
When one of us is having a bad day, we don't even reach out. Just randomly, the other one reaches out, like, "Hey, what are you doing this weekend?" "Well, now I'm making a YouTube video. What are you doing?"
Right. Reach out to them, right? If they're not doing well, I'm not saying be there all the time for them, but you should definitely try to be there and help them out through their time. If you want somebody to help you out in your time of need, the same is going to be said about other people as well.
Yeah.
Right?
I have a large group of people that I like to refer to as my shield wall, because I'm Viking.
Right.
My shield wall is a group of people that I've met through my life. Most of them don't know each other. There's only a handful that have actually met each other. But they are the people that I know, no matter time of day, they're at work, they're sleeping, doesn't matter. If I call them, they answer. And I've realized that, I am the same friend for them. If any of those people call me, I'm going to answer. Now, there's a lot of people. If they call me 2 o'clock in the morning, nope, I'm going back to bed. But my shield wall, if I'm going to rely on them, they need to know that they can rely on me too.
Right.
And it just like a shield wall, an individual going into battle might not do so well, but you get a whole bunch of people together with shields lined up, you take down just about anything. It's a good feeling, and just keep your shield wall alive.
Right. That's all the messages on this one. Now we're gonna move on to our next one, us specifically, right? We touched upon like our circles around us and the people around us and how they might be doing, what we should be doing to help them, but we definitely need to have an introspection event on ourselves.
Yeah.
Look upon ourselves and ask, are you really, or for me, am I really doing okay all the time? No.
Now, am I okay, or am I just saying that
Right.
because I don't want to admit that I'm weak or whatever?
Screw
that.
Being not okay is all right, but also getting help or acknowledging it is also the most important part of that, right?
Yeah.
Being not okay and admitting it, like, yeah, I'm not okay, that's all well enough, but if you don't do anything about it,
you're not helping yourself at all.
It's a wasted effort, wasted breath. This is the biggest portion. We were discussing about like stuff that might be affecting us, joblessness or the lack of job or something like that. Just massive events that happened, right? The loneliness, the depression.
We're lucky enough to live in South Dakota where jobs are not hard to come by right now.
Right.
Like, layoffs aren't really a thing, other than the pipeline, apparently. Not going into that.
Right.
Just that is affecting South Dakota, and that's gonna affect jobs for everybody else.
Right.
But for the most part, during the entire pandemic, I mean, hell, I quit and got 3 new jobs during the pandemic. It's, for us, keeping employed is not near as big of a deal.
But other places.
But all my friends, all across the country, all across the world, really, and they're getting hammered. They're getting hammered.
It's not fun right now.
No, I've got friends that have 20 years in the industry and laid off.
Just like that. Just because what we noticed for me when I was going through my toughest times, right? I was losing focus and losing sight of a bigger picture. And I know it's hard to keep an idea, especially when things are so uncertain, but you need to make a goal for yourself. You need to continue to strive for your goal. And the goal cannot be just like in a job or business, or it can be anything, honestly.
Yeah.
Make a new goal for yourself. If things are uncertain and that goal that you had wasn't working, it's time to make a new one.
There's actually a psychological principle. If you make your goals too big,
It's impossible to achieve.
You can't achieve them, so you give up.
Right.
Where if you have a couple of steps to get there, even if the steps are unrelated. I was having a bit of depression and wasn't able to get into the shop and work on any projects.
Mm-hmm.
So I set a goal for myself. So I'm going to finish one project. and it's going to be small and stupid, and I'm not even going to sell it. I'm just going to keep this project. This is going to be for me, because I don't care how it turns out. And so I got to the leather shop, and I made myself a leather bracelet, and now all of a sudden I'm making bookshelves and curio cabinets, and now I'm back to
Full-blown production.
who I am and able to be in the shop and actually do what I need to do. It's just that first step. Once you break through that barrier,
Right.
so you have your end goal in sight, but make yourself one stepping stone to get there.
That's exactly how you should do it. It doesn't, again, need to be something industrious or really about business. You could look at it in an aspect of perhaps you want to get more physically stronger or a better fighter.
Yeah.
Taking fighting training, even though you don't have anybody to spar with or nobody to
Build a
instruct
pel,
you.
man. Build a pel.
You can sit there and do it in your garage, or if it's even cold one day. I mean, I know when I do saber practice, I go outside and I'm whipping sabers out in the winter cold. I'm gonna get warm, right?
Remember, this is South Dakota. We have winter cold.
Winter cold, right?
Y'all don't understand.
There's maybe people in North Dakota, but that's besides the point.
I mean, yeah, there's like 12 people up there. It's all good.
But find something find a goal to seek, and it doesn't, again, physically, mentally, spiritually and being non-denominational, just a belief, right?
Yeah, whatever your belief is,
Right.
just attack it.
Right.
Go after it.
Right.
Learn more, practice more. Don't just ignore it. Get more in tune with whatever it is you believe. We don't have matching religious beliefs, but we help each other along our respective paths. It's working out pretty well.
It's actually working great. Other than that, again, the biggest key takeaway from this: get help if you need it.
When you need it.
When you need it.
It's not an if at this point.
It's not right.
You're gonna need it. Like, put on your big girl shoes and go out there and ask for help.
Exactly.
It sucks, but you got to do it.
So, the last topic we're gonna have for us today. Actually, we've almost nailed almost everything on my agenda. Do you have anything left on the?
I think back to the goals thing. I think 2 goals might be in order. I think one goal for when life gets back to normal, and another goal for 5 years after that. 5-year plan is the thing. My goal for when life gets back to normal is to be stronger than I was, not physically.
Yeah, he's pretty weak.
I am.
He's
not wrong.
I beat him up all the time just for fun. Like I sit there and like.
I am the Pell. But to come out of the pandemic stronger, mentally stronger, emotionally stronger, and ready to take on anything else. Because to be honest, if we can survive this crap, ain't nothing taking us down. We're good.
Hope is on the horizon too, everybody.
Yeah.
The whole vaccines are coming out.
Yep.
We're seeing that being released already, and we're seeing promising results on that. Hope is on the horizon. Don't be sitting there leaving and thinking to yourself at the end of it all, like, I didn't do anything. I understand if you didn't, because obviously I went through almost 6 months of that, of not doing anything, but
nothing.
But if you can come out it stronger, more diverse, more...
Yeah, diverse is a good one. I've learned a lot of new things during the pandemic because I can't get out and sell anything. I'm just building inventory. I might as well branch out and build more inventory.
Studying for me, looking at different stuff and expanding my knowledge bases and stuff like that, and pursuing a lot of other extracurricular stuff with me that I usually don't take the time to look at. I've done a lot of it, right?
Right.
So that's pretty much the message I have. Any last words of hope and wisdom for this?
We got this.
We got
this. It
this.
sucks, but we got this.
Just around the corner. I hope to see you all at events soon because I haven't met anybody yet, and I'd be glad to meet you all. So, with that, everybody, cheers.
He sounds like he's crushing a tin can every time he moves.
I am a tin can. Actually, it's a hardy steel can, but you know, it sounds like a snare drum. I wonder why they made a snare drum.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
All right, all. Have a good one.